Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard.
What a year for Kawhi Leonard.
City's done it, franchise done it. Still playing basketball, no matter what jersey I have on. He's on another team, and we just have to kick his ass.
Decisions. Kawhi Leonard might be the biggest name on the market this weekend. Yahoo's Chris Haynes back with us this Friday morning. What can you tell us about what you're hearing per Kawhi?
Well, I reported yesterday that Kawhi is expected to meet with the Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers here in L.A. When free agency commences. The Raptors are going to be in the mix as well. The Knicks are trying to secure a meeting. They're expected to get in the mix as well. So, look, I said this from the beginning. I think, my personal opinion, I think it's going to be very hard for Kawhi to leave Toronto, just with everything that was, the trust that was built, the magical season they had. But look, for a while, Kawhi has wanted to be home. He's wanted to be in L.A. And then this is the first time in a while where I can remember, definitely the first time since I've been covering the league, 9 years, that both L.A. teams are attractive. Like, those are attractive situations. Yeah. Like, L.A. Clippers have a great thing going, foundation, and you look at what the Lakers are doing. So I think, particularly as it pertains to the Lakers, he gives them that meeting. If LeBron shows up.
Oh, he's showing up.
If AD shows up.
I'm showing up too.
Magic Johnson shows up. That's appealing, man. You can talk about just legacy. They can talk about all the banners that are retired, all the great players that came through this franchise. And I think that can tug at his emotional string, but also the fact of just being home. So I think they're going to have a real serious and enticing pitch for Kawhi, as well as the LA Clippers. But it's still hard for me to believe. But look, if he were to leave Toronto, and I heard the monologue, I heard you talking about he's going to screw the Raptors. But look,
he want that to happen.
I didn't say screw. I said stiff.
Well, okay, Phil, we'll say screw stiff.
You want that to happen because you want somebody else other than you to have resentment against Kawhi.
But what does he owe Toronto?
There's a whole nation that has resentment.
Yeah.
It's called Spurs Nation.
Spurs Nation, and the Raptors Nation also, if you were to leave.
But what does he owe the Raptors? He came in 1 year, got them their lone championship in franchise history, beating a dynasty-led team in the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Shouldn't he be, if he does leave, shouldn't he be allowed to go and find it? He was traded there. He didn't pick to go there.
So he owes them the final meeting, right? Is that what he can?
Oh, he
they get the last shot?
Yeah, he get the yeah, that's the lead.
So?
You figure that's the lead.
So that's not gonna work. What? He will have decided by the time he hits.
We don't know that, Skip. Stop. We don't know that. Look, for me, I don't know how he goes back because if you look at this roster, after next year, they'll have only 3 guys under contract: Kawhi, Norman Powell, and Anunoby.
Your researcher made a great point about that.
I mean, so look. Think about it.
He was a researcher.
So think about that. All the guys, Siakam and Van Vliet and Kyle Lowry and Ibaka and Marc Gasol, they're either restricted or unrestricted free agents. So to try to keep that nucleus together is going to be very difficult. And now what do you have to trade? I mean, to get Kawhi, you had pieces that you could trade. Well, you can't trade somebody that you don't have a contract on. So now how do you build a team? Because every great player that they had has left. You look at Vince Carter, he left. Tracy McGrady, he left. Chris Bosh, he left. They didn't want to stay. As Chris mentioned, Kawhi got traded. He didn't like, man, Toronto's appealing. I'm going there. Now, the question when you come down to the LA teams, does Kawhi want to drive the car or is he comfortable riding in the car with his homeboy? Because if he's comfortable riding, ain't no problem with me, Skip. Hey, I ride shotgun. I ain't got no problem. I sit in the catbird seat, chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the car. A nice car, too.
Remember what Rick Bucher said? Talked to Kawhi. It was a year ago. Kawhi said, I don't want to play with LeBron. I want to beat LeBron. That's what he said.
Okay, but that was before he won another title. Now he'll be coming in, hey, I got 2 MVPs too, Bron. Bron got 3. I've been 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. I've been 2-time first-team All-NBA. LeBron, so, now he's not on, I don't believe Bron level, you know what I'm saying? But Skip, it's a lot different. Now we view Kawhi because after what we saw him do, regardless of how it happened, KD got injured, Clay got injured, he got that on his resume. We've seen Kawhi take a team that was not going to be in the NBA Finals and navigate those waters, Milwaukee, #1 seed, only team to win 60 games. Oh, young talent, big team in Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons. Take them down. And then he went to that dynasty up in Golden and the Bay. So we look at him totally different now.
So, #2's hidden agenda, which was not so hidden from the start in San Antonio a year ago, 2 years ago now, was to get home, to your point. They wanted out of San Antonio and back to Southern California. And I think they didn't know at that point, Lakers, Clippers, because they were both in flux at that point. It was hard to see all coming that came, right? So they wound up forced to go to Toronto for a year, and they got every break. People got hurt. Embiid was sick and injured, and then KD went down again, and then Clay went down. So it all worked. Magic happened, to your point. It was a magical ride.
Yes.
And it happened. And yet, does he want to live in Toronto? He does not want to live in Toronto. And I'm going to refer to Lou Williams' quote of 2 days ago.
I knew that was coming up soon.
Oh, sweet Lou.
Okay, sweet Lou. And he is a member, as we speak, of the Los Angeles Clippers. So this is a recruiting pitch in a way. But I'll just boil it down to, he said, when you're in Toronto, you feel like you're playing overseas. He said, we couldn't wait to go on the road, sometimes just to be back in America, okay? So I'm sure there's some of that operating. No offense to Canada. It's a great place. Toronto it's not a good city. It's a great city, but it's not in the United States of America. So in the end, I think that's going to be the deciding factor. He wants to go home. He did grow up a Laker fan because the Clippers were awful. So in his heartstrings, get the tug on the heartstrings, they're going to get tugged.
What did Dorothy say? Your favorite movie, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I know.
There's no place like home.
Okay.
There's
All
no
right.
place. And he ain't going to Kansas.
She was in rural Kansas.
Yeah.
Out on a farm.
Yeah, he coming to bright lights, Hollywood. He just got that big old place in Rancho Santa Fe.
Yeah. He did. Although Thomas Wolfe once said you can't go home again.
Yes, you can.
Okay, you can't. You can't go home.
You go back to Oklahoma all the time.
I do.
But to your point about him, you don't see him going back to Toronto. Look, and you mentioned the guys is under contract minimum time. Look, I think most people think if he does resign back in Toronto, it won't be a long-term deal. It'll be a 1-and-1.
Why would you do that with his injury history?
Because that's a good point. But why would you do that just from a team perspective? Okay, to run it back. Because everybody wants, everybody's going to be back. What you accomplished was great. Let's run it back for another year. Then you can decide on your long-term future. But look, the way you said his injury history, but the way the Raptors handled him and managed him throughout the season. That's good. That helps and that benefits him. That could happen.
No back-to-back, 22 games of load management,
no risk.
Access to Uncle Dennis, fiance, home slices. They got access. I mean, they rolled out the carpet. It was pink, red, green, blue. I don't know what color carpet. Yeah, but they rolled it out for him.
I believe he's bound for the Clippers.
Lakers.
I believe in Jerry West. Everything he has touched.
I believe in Rob Pelinka
in this league. Everywhere Jerry West has been.
I believe in Rob.
Since
Lakers, Memphis.
Since he got that $4 million contract.
Since yesterday.
And we got that.
Money talks.
And we pulled up that trade.
As I told you earlier, overnight he went from should be fired to should be executive of the year. Am I right?
Overnight.
Yeah.
Well, he's slick. He's slick with that tongue. He got somebody to take those three guys, Bonga and Wagner and who else?
The other guy.
I forget the guy, but there was three guys. He got somebody.
He pulled it off. But Jerry West has pulled off a lot of things in this league.
He did.
Steve Ballmer has the deepest pockets. Not that you do have a cap, but listen, I love Doc Rivers. If I could choose to play for somebody in this league, I would want to play for Doc. And I think those will be three big deciding factors. They can roll out some carpet too, some firepower.
But let me tell you what they can't roll out. They can't roll out LeBron James.
No.
We can. They can't roll out AD. We can.
What if they roll out Jimmy Butler, or even, dare I say, what if it's Kevin Durant? What if they roll that?
Yeah, wheel him out.
Huh? Yeah.
Well, he might get KD.
Well, then you don't need him, right?
No.
Okay.
Only reel him out for the next few months. Hopefully, Katie's rehab will go just fine. Chris, thanks so much for being here with us. We appreciate it. Speaking of that move the Lakers made, is Magic Johnson actually happy for Rob Pelinka? We'll discuss that.
Yeah.
Well, he might get KD.
Well, then you don't need him, right?
No.
Okay.
Only reel him out for the next few months. Hopefully, Katie's rehab will go just fine. Chris, thanks so much for being here with us. We appreciate it. Speaking of that move the Lakers made, is Magic Johnson actually happy for Rob Pelinka? We'll discuss that.